And there's been a buzz that's been going on in Nashville in a couple of corner offices that we have here on our fourth floor here at K102 about one name, Thomas Rhett. He's in studio with us right now. How you doing, man?
I'm good, man. How are you?
Doing all right. I'm bummed because last time we actually talked, we were down in Memphis for St. Jude.
Yep.
We were talking about doing some ice fishing.
It didn't happen this year, did it?
We didn't have a winner here. That's the problem.
Yeah, I don't even think it ever got that icy.
We'd have to go to a hockey arena, for God's sakes, to actually get on some ice. But
well, we could go to Canada.
There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, otherwise, we'll just have to
Muss isn't allowed in Canada.
Because
of the incident, remember?
Yeah, that's true.
The incident. With quotations around it.
That's right. Air quotes.
Well, congratulations on everything that's already happened. It seems like, and you know, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like all of a sudden, boom, here it is, Thomas Rhett, and it's like everywhere.
Yeah, man, it's definitely happened quicker than I can ever imagine. You know, you get a single out on the radio, and all of a sudden it's on the chart and it's in the top 30, and it's kind of you kind of don't even get a chance to think about it. And so thank you for bringing it up. Now that I've had to, now it's all soaking in.
Well, you just signed like last year, right?
Yeah, I signed to Valerie last year, and it's been a long time coming. And you know, I was on the road with Brantley Gilbert last fall, and been visiting a lot of radio since the beginning of the year, and so it's been fun, man. It's been a whirlwind for sure.
Well, before that, you had written songs for Joe Nichols and Jason Aldean and Scotty McCreery and Scotty McCreery. Did I get that right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You did.
Yeah.
So you've been at this for a while, and you probably grew up with Dad, helping you out, learn the ropes.
Right. You know, it's been cool having a dad, though. For those of you that don't know, my dad is Rhett Akins, and he was an artist in the 90s, back when nut-hugging Wranglers and mullets were cool. And,
he wasn't that bad, though. He had good hair.
And
he had good hair.
Yeah, and so his name was Rhett. And so it's been cool, growing up with a dad that got to go through the ups and downs of being not only an artist, but a songwriter, too. So I've got to kind of learn from one of the best, and I've gotten to learn a lot of cool things about being on the road and what to do and what not to do. And so it's been really cool having a dad like that.
Do you guys ever talk about writing music together?
We do write. Yeah. He's actually got a cut on my record.
Oh, cool.
That's great.
Yeah, I allowed him one. So
just the one.
Allowed him one. Was he mad that it wasn't the debut single release?
No. He's a proud dad, and he wants the best for the record, and is always encouraging me to cut the best songs, even if they're not his. So who knows if he's lying or not? But I believe him for now. So
Dad wrote, by the way, Rhett wrote on the Honeybee. Right? Yep. He wrote Honeybee, he wrote Take a Back Road, Rodney Atkins.
I Don't Want This Night to End.
Yeah. Give Me
Farmer's
That Girl.
Daughter.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of huge hits. So very
fun
cool.
to go to the mailbox then for your dad.
Well, for him.
Yeah.
No, actually, seriously, a couple months ago, my accountant called me and said, "Hey, dude, you got a check here, and it's a pretty hefty check." He said, "I don't think it's for you." So, because we have the exact same name, I'm just the junior. And so sometimes, I guess, I don't know how that happened.
Cash it quick.
I said, cash it. Yeah.
We were talking about songwriting here, and we had put this on Facebook and said, you got a question you want to ask Thomas Rhett here in the studio with the K102 Wakeup Crew. And Sarah asked, after co-writing Scotty McCreery's song, "Write Your Number on My Hand," and then also something to do with my hands, do you have a hand fetish?
Well, now that I look at my hands, I don't think I do, but thank you for pointing that out, Sarah. I appreciate it if you're listening.
That's a good point.
That's a great question.
Very
That is good.
Yeah. So the video is going to debut.
So we got to get some mittens.
Yeah, exactly. Put these on.
Yeah.
The video is going to debut this Friday, I believe.
Yes.
At some point after 6 o'clock on CMT.
Right.
All right. How did the video go?
It was one of the longest days of my life.
Was it really?
Yeah. It's amazing because when you see videos on CMT, they look easy. They look simple.
Yeah.
You would not imagine what goes on behind that camera, and it's amazing how a 12-hour day you have to spend 12 hours there to turn into a 3.5-minute video.
Wow.
But looking back at it, it's all worth it, and it looks so good, and I'm excited for everybody to see it.
There's something about videos and then photos too, where they put you in give us a sultry look, or give us Thomas Rhett sexy. And I don't know what that looks like.
Right. No, it's funny. It's funny being in a video and because I've never acted before, and so me acting for the first time was a funny sight. And they'll roll the music and they'll say, "All right, rock out."
Oh my God!
It's like on the spot, rock out, and there's there might be 40 people there, but you got to pretend like there's 100,000 people there. So it's a fun experience.
Okay, do you feel like a complete idiot because you have to? I mean, I'm sure you're not lip syncing. You're probably actually singing out loud for it. But don't you feel kind of? I mean, are you just singing to the track, right?
Yeah, you're singing to a track, and you're singing to the audience that's dancing for the 14th time in the last minute. So
it's gotta be weird to do karaoke of your own song.
Oh yeah,
it's like what it basically comes up to when you do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Thomas Rhett is in studio with the K102 Wakeup Crew. Brought a guitar. We're going to hear a song from him. He's going to play live. Plus, of course, we're going to get to the single as well. Today's Country 102.1, K102. In the studio here with the Wakeup Crew, Donna and us. Thomas Rhett is here. Thomas, it's amazing to me. You really got to take note of it. Georgia is definitely got a huge music scene.
Oh yeah, I feel like they're breeding them down.
Yeah, it's crazy because is it kind of like a fraternity, a brotherhood, a sisterhood that's also there because you got Sugarland, of course.
Yeah, I mean, you got Luke and you got Jason and you got Kip and both guys from Lady Antebellum are from Georgia.
That's right.
There's a bunch of folks from Georgia. It's cool being from there. Like I was born there and was kind of raised up in Nashville because we moved to Nashville when I was 4 or 5, so Dad's career could kind of get started. But my entire family lives down in Valdosta, Georgia, and that's where I call home. And it's cool to call Georgia home, especially with all your fellow country singers being from there. So.
Yeah, I lived in Georgia for a year.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I wasn't in. I was.
Look at her trying to get some street cred over here.
I was going to say,
I once drove through Georgia.
I did. I lived in Atlanta. I lived in Athens for a year. I worked in radio, but I never. I didn't really go out, so I didn't know where the music was. And then, of course, when I leave, then all of a sudden. It seems like the music scene exploded because I left.
Yeah, it got cool, didn't it?
Yeah.
Athens is a really cool music
scene. It's a great town.
Yeah,
I love that town.
So, okay, we got the new album and everything's going here. We're going to play something off of the album. You're talking about working with your dad, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to play something like that from your dad, right?
So I've been in the studio. We've cut about 5 songs in the studio, and I'm working with my producer's name is Jay Joyce, who does all the Eric Church records. And I'm a huge Eric fan, and so when it came time to figure out who was going to do the record, it was kind of a no-brainer. It was Jay. And so I'm going to play you one of the songs we cut and that I actually wrote with my dad, and it's called What You Got in That Cup. And figure we'd play something up-tempo for
Very cool.
Those of you driving to work in the morning.
Thomas Rhett, I'm sure
it's coffee in your cup, but for later tonight, maybe it'll change. So it goes like this. Hey girl, what you got in that cup? Give me a little sip and tell me what's up with you. Hey baby, now come on, don't be shy. And ooh, that show is good. You got me tripping and thinking we should get to talking and maybe hang out tonight. Cause I've been sipping wood and you've been sipping on. Never tasted something so sweet, never felt something so strong in my head's buzzing, baby, feeling like I'm falling in love. But hey, girl, what you got in that cup? Now, hey, girl, what you got in that cup? Did it come from the hills in the back of a truck? Whatever it is, it's sure messing me up tonight. Now, hey, baby, do you like your song? Do you want to go get a slow dance on? Me and you just wrapping each other tight. That's right. Cause I've been sipping wood and you've been sipping on. Never tasted something so sweet, never felt something so strong. In my head's buzzing, baby, feeling like I'm falling in love. But dang, girl, what you got in that cup? Hey girl, what you got in that cup's at 100 proof, cause it's kicking my butt. Can't be Jose, can't be Jack, cause I had them before, never felt like that. Hey baby, what you got in here? Can't be no Jaeger, can't be no beer, can't be no kind of Mad Dog wine. Must be love potion number 9. I've been sipping wood and you've been sipping on. Never tasted something so sweet, never felt something so strong. And my head's buzzing, babe, feeling like I'm falling in love. But hey girl, what you got in that cup? It's sure messing me up.
Yeah. Thomas Rhett.
That
Thank you.
Awesome.
That's a great song.
Wow.
Today's Country 102.1, K102. Thomas Rhett live in the studio. He's going to be at Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill. That comes up 7 o'clock. Get there early. Have some dinner. Get yourself a great seat because he's going to rock the place out. Again, free show with Thomas Rhett at K102. Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and
This
Grill.
is a song your dad wrote.
Home of the commercial, free 102. Today's Country 102.1, K102. It's Donna and Mus. 746, 50-degree start for us. A little bit of rain here this morning and then 71 this afternoon.
Thomas Rhett in studio with us. He's going to be at Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill tonight. But speaking of Toby Keith, hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're opening for Toby.
Yeah, this it's crazy because we got word that it might happen earlier in the year, and then when Toby finally announced that we want Thomas Rhett on our tour, I don't think I slept for 3 or 4 days.
Just from nerves or excitement?
Just thinking about the show, thinking about me walking out on stage for the first time at those amphitheaters that he's playing at, which are freaking huge. I've never played something that big. I've been on stage with certain artists singing songs, but I've never actually gotten to play my own set for a crowd like that. So it's going to be a fun summer.
That's when you hope the spotlight just blinds you out. Right?
Yeah, so I don't have to see anybody.
Yeah,
exactly.
Which is why it's a great opportunity to go and see Thomas Rhett tonight at Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill in St. Louis Park. Now, I follow you on Twitter, and I heard that you were reluctant at first to get on Twitter.
I didn't get the whole Twitter thing.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I mean, I'd done the whole MySpace thing in middle school.
Yeah,
and then I switched to Facebook in high school.
Right.
I was reluctant to get on Facebook at first because I was like, why would I want to just get on here and look at why would it was stupid to me. And now it's like an addiction.
Yeah,
and Twitter. I think Twitter is an amazing way to to talk to not only your fans, but people you hadn't seen in forever.
Exactly.
Can follow you and be like, I remember that dude from 7th grade.
Exactly.
And, so, yeah, I was very reluctant to use it, but now.
Well, how else would we know that your rap name is Cigarette?
Oh, you know that, huh?
Yeah. So, and here's the thing, because I wanted to tell you what your blues name is.
Oh.
Your blues name is Big Dog Jackson, just so you know.
Big Dog Jackson. How do you come about the
why
again?
Well, it's a whole formula, and I'll let you.
What's
take
his
that
porn
with
name?
Oh, wait, but I want to tell you mine first.
Okay.
Wait,
what?
Yeah, your adult film name.
My adult film name?
Right. Yeah, and it's based off of what your street name and the first family name,
first
family dog's
pet?
name. Yeah.
Mine would be Castle Peanut. So. If anyone wants to go purchase a Castle Peanut film, that's your...
Hey, I don't think that's going to be a big seller, just by the name, no offense.
Thomas Rhett in studio with the K102 Wake Up
It's
Crew.
Muss and Old Liver Jenkins over here. That's my name.
With the name like that. Oh, you recently got engaged, right?
Yeah, I got engaged over the holidays. Thank you very much.
Yay.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And it was somebody you were kind of waiting for in a way, right?
Yeah, somebody asked me in an interview, who's the first girl to ever break your heart? And it's actually the girl that I'm marrying.
Wow.
We'd known each other since kindergarten.
Oh my God, that's so cute.
Yeah, but she didn't talk to me till I was 15. So so we dated when we were 15 and got, we broke up and both dated other people. And when I found out she had broken up with somebody else, I went in for the kill.
Nice.
And so we've been dating about a year and proposed over the holidays. And so it's a very exciting thing.
Way to go,
cool.
Castle Peanut.
Yeah.
So when's that?
Golly.
When are you getting married?
October.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah.
Wow, you don't waste any time, do you?
No, ma'am.
Good for you. Congratulations.
Well, you'll find only small windows when you're not on the road.
That's true.
very small
That's
windows.
true.
Take advantage of that. Thomas Rhett in studio with the K102 Wake Up Crew. We got more coming up around the corner.
If you're just tuning in, we are in studio with Castle Peanut, otherwise known as Big Dog Jenkins, otherwise known as Thomas Rhett, who will be at Toby Keith's I Love This Bar and Grill tonight, 7 o'clock.
gosh.
Get down early, have some dinner, watch a great show. When is the album coming out?
Yeah, we're going to finish the album in May, and we hope to have it out in early August.
Okay.
I hope there's a thank you to
We like
Castle
that.
Peanut in
There will
the
be.
liner notes.
Absolutely,
That would be
there will be.
outstanding. Just have people like, what the hell is...
But let them figure it out for themselves.
So now you've been traveling by plane, rather, right? Back and forth from all, doing your radio tour. Where do you normally sit? Do you have like a preference?
Yeah, I have to sit in the aisle.
Me too.
I have one of the, this is very personal, but I have one of the smallest bladders on the face of the planet.
Me
Oh,
too.
you're sitting in the
And
right
Yeah.
car.
if I sit in the middle, I go ahead and tell the person on the aisle, be like, look, can I either sit in the aisle or you're going to have to get up 6 or 7 times?
I'm going to have to wake you up.
Yeah.
You're going to have to put the tray down.
Oh, you know it's bad when people are like, you really should get your prostate checked.
Yeah,
I'm
22.
22, yeah. But no, we just found out that the best seat to sit in on a plane is 6A. That's the best. But it's a window seat.
Is that the emergency row?
No, I don't think so. The worst is 31E, so stay away from that.
Okay.
That's a middle seat toward the back, and you
that's
don't
awful.
want that.
Well, the way things are going, it's probably going to be first class for you for a while.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Well, it's going to be George. Get on that.
Right now it's Southwest. Right now it's Southwest Group C, and hope to find a spot for my guitar. So
There you go.
yeah.
Well, at Toby Keith's tonight, it's a free show, everybody. Head on out there. Go early, get some dinner. 7 o'clock is when Thomas Rhett's going to be taking the stage. When the album comes out, I mean, what would be the best description of the album that you would tell people?
Get prepared for some severe diversity. There's a lot of different things on there, and it comes from me being a songwriter before I was actually a performing artist, if you will. And so I was writing a bunch of rock, country, a little hip hop, little R&B, and it all that's just from what I grew up on. Dad played me so much different music growing up, and so when you hear this record, it's definitely country. The lyrics are definitely country, but it's very, very vibey, very groovy, and it's just different. And and I think it's going to tell a story about who I am. There's a lot of storytelling songs on the record, and so I'm pumped. I've never been more excited about something in my life, and so I'm looking forward to everybody hearing it.
What would people be amazed by a hip hop artist that was cranking up there at the house when you were growing up?
Dad loved DMX, therefore I loved DMX.
Really?
Yeah, and so Rough Riders Anthem was on in the car when I was 9. I don't know if that was appropriate for me, but yeah, I've talked about one day if I ever headline shows, I want Up in Here to be the walkout song. I mean, that would get me so hyped up if I was in the crowd. I don't know about you, but
that's awesome.
I'm in. Yeah. Well, you're going to be on Twin Cities Live today as well, so everybody watch that before you go out to Toby's later on to see Thomas Rhett. Thank you so much for getting up early, coming, singing, and sharing your porn name with us and all that good stuff.
I'm never going to live that down.
Wow, Castle Peanut in the house.
I haven't seen any of his movies, but his music's quite good.
The Castle Peanut?
Thomas Rhett, here it is. Something to Do with My Hands. 102.1 K102.